Let's march. I'll be marching to Zion, Zion. I'm finna roar like a lion, lion. I'll be marching to Zion, Zion. I'm finna roar like a lion, lion. I'll be marching to Zion. I'll be roaring like a lion. Order of Melchizedek, cheddar, tribe of Judah, they're the kings, Levi, they're the priests, Messiah is the head, let's think, it's a trouble thing, so let's roll out, no transformers, but come to Messiah, he can transform me from an old man to a new man, let's rise from the east side, west side, north side, south side, covered by the blood, that's the thing, God here, Christ side, it's the best side, keep it righteous, keep it holy when we ride, to the light, to the testimony, yeah we shine bright, yeah we meditate on his laws, day and night, cast the demons out, yeah we fight, lean with a rock, with the arms up, now you ain't fight, man I go, yeah I'm here by the fire, I'll be marching to Zion, Zion, I'm finna roar like a lion, lion, I'll be marching to Zion, Zion, I'm finna roar like a lion, lion, I'll be marching to Zion, I'll be roaring like a lion. First Chronicles 12:8, in the gap, night tap faces and lines. Run up on the mountain, Salt Bay, for also known as them tracks. We nice, yeah we gorgeous, yeah we handsome. Made it through the tank, killing, don't have nothing. On the mirror, suburb of the lamb, that's the table that we're looking for. Number killing, number separate, number pain. Rise up and walk, don't forget to dance like David. Build it up, like the trapper, it's a car, lay the foundation, lay a brick. Yeah we start with the temple inside, chronology. Yeah we Israelites, kingdom money is kingdom side. When we build together, let's build it right. Kingdom money is kingdom side. When we build together, let's build it right. I'll be marching to Zion, Zion. I'm finna roar like a lion, lion. I'll be marching to Zion, Zion. I'm finna roar like a lion, lion. I'll be marching to Zion. I'll be roaring like a lion. Hey, what's good? Shout out to the tribes. Rise up. Kwame Yasharala. You understand me? Hey, I'm putting it out there so that we can all endure to the end. Stay faithful, and we got next. You understand me? Let's do this. I believe in you. Do that line. Get back. It's your brother Micaiah. Let's get back to the truth, family. Music. You understand me? Let's march. There we go. I'll be marching to Zion, Zion. I'm finna roar like a lion, lion. I'll be marching to Zion, Zion. I'm finna roar like a lion, lion. I'll be marching to Zion. I'll be roaring like a lion. Order of Melchizedek, cheddar, tribe of Judah, they're the kings, Levi, they're the priests, Messiah is the head, let's think, it's a trouble thing, so let's roll out, no transformers, but come to Messiah, he can transform me from an old man to a new man, let's rise from the east side, west side, north side, south side, covered by the blood, that's the G thing, God here, Christ side, it's the best side, keep it righteous, keep it holy when we ride, to the light, to the testimony, yeah we shine bright, yeah we meditate on his laws, day and night, cast the demons out, yeah they fight, lean with a rock, with the arms up, now you ain't fight, man I go, yeah I'm here by the fire, I'll be marching to Zion, Zion, I'm finna roar like a lion, lion, I'll be marching to Zion, Zion, I'm finna roar like a lion, lion, I'll be marching to Zion, I'll be roaring like a lion. First Chronicles 12:8, in the gap, night tap faces and lines. Run up on the mountain, Salt Bay, for also known as them giants. We nice, yeah we gorgeous, yeah we handsome. Made it through the tanks, killing, don't have nothing. On the mirror, suburb of the lamb, that's the table that we're looking for. Number killing, number separate, number pain. Rise up and walk, don't forget get to dance like David. Build it up like the chopper. It's a car, lay the foundation, lay a brick. Yeah, we start with the temple inside. Chronic line, yeah, we Israelites. Kingdom money is kingdom side. When we build together, let's build it right. Kingdom money is kingdom side. When we build together, let's build it right. I'll be marching to Zion, Zion. I'm finna roar like a lion. I'll be marching to Zion. I'm finna roar like a lion. I'll be marching to Zion. I'll be roaring like a lion. Hey, what's good? Shout out to the tribes. Rise up. Kwame Yasharala. You understand me? Hey, I'm putting this out there so that we can all endure to the end. Stay faithful, and we got next. You understand me?
What?
Let's do this.
What?
I believe in you.
We got what? We got what? We got what? We got next. You understand me? Alright, what's up, family? How y'all doing? I already know most of you guys are probably just sitting on the couch right now. And you're probably just, your stomach's probably all growling right now at the moment. And you're physically hungry, correct? You're physically hungry. But right now, we're going to feed you guys spiritually first. You understand me? Some of you guys may be eating right now. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, right? We're going to feed you with the word. You hear me? But we're not going to, we're going to break it down to where you can understand it a little bit more. You understand me? So that's how we're going to go through this. I'm basically going to show you things right where you are right now. You understand me? So I know a lot of people just kicking back with the family right now, thinking that this day is a special day in regards to, you know, like us coming together as a family, having it as a reunion. You understand me? But I'm telling you right now, I'm going to show you guys something that's very important because they don't teach this in elementary schools. You understand? What I'm about to give to you guys right now, it's all wisdom coming from the Father above. All right? So that's what we're going to go through. You know, we're going to go through some topics about the curses of this time period and also the blessings. You understand? We're also going to go through the land, why the majority of the United States of America only celebrates Thanksgiving. You understand me? We're going to go through the people, okay, from the Native Americans or the tribe of Gad. You understand? To the government people of this country or this corporation. All right. We're also going to go through some of the traditions. Okay. We're going to go through some of the traditions. And we're also going to go through the feast, the food, the table. You understand me? We're going to go through these things so that you can get a better understanding. Okay. You're going to get a better understanding of this day. You're going to remember this knowledge I'm about to drop to you guys right now. All right? Y'all finna remember it. You understand me? So what I want you guys to do, for some of you guys out there, you understand me? Share this. Share this with your people. Share this with your family. Share this with your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your cousins, whoever. Okay? Share this with your people. Okay? Share this with your enemies. Because, like I said, this day going forward, you need to put this in remembrance. Okay? We're gonna drop some very interesting things. Right now, hey, it's the ballpark right now, so I'm about to drop something that's very important to you. We're just gonna straight drop it right now because this day is full of idolatry. You understand me? Idolatry, the Most High does not like idolatry. Okay? The Most High does not like idolatry. And also the idolatrous feast. You understand me? So we're going to get straight to it. Okay? We're going to go straight to the idolatrous feasts. And then we're going to go back into a little bit of history, okay? We're going to show you who these Native American people are, okay? Because they have forgotten who they are. Through trauma, through pain, you understand me? Through misery, through generational curses, you understand me? So we're going to drop you guys some very key information right now. And I pray right now that you just hold up on eating your food right now. If anything, fast through this day. Okay? Just fast through this day so that you don't continue to pass these generational lies to your people, your generations. Okay? So I'm very thankful that I got this opportunity to come live. Like I told you on the on the Facebook or whatever, the book face, whatever you want to call it. All right. I'm glad I gave y'all a reminder. So now we're gonna go into the word. Okay, we're gonna go straight into the word. All right. So I'm gonna put this off. All right. But remember, okay. Remember the headdress. Okay. Remember the headdress. All right. Remember the headdress. I'm gonna put my glasses on because I'll be blind as a bat trying to preach this word to you. Okay? All right, so let's go straight to it. We're going to go into this book right here, all right? This is a book, all right? This is a book that the Catholic Church has kept from you guys. Okay? I'm going to push you guys back a little bit so I can get a little bit of... All right, hold on. All right, there we go. That's a lot better. So like I said, the Catholic Church, they took this book out. Okay? They took this book out of your history. So now we're going to bring it back to your history. We're going to bring it back to your knowledge. Okay? So like I said, we're going to go straight. We're going to start swinging right now. You hear me? We're going to go to this idolatrous feast. Okay? We're gonna go straight to the food. I'm gonna give y'all a food for thought today. You understand me? I'm gonna give you guys a food for thought today. All right? And I pray that that the government is watching this too, because we know who you are. We know that you're lying, and we know that you guys are being stumbling blocks to my people. You understand me? Just as the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, talks about that y'all were a stumbling block in the snares of people. Okay? I pray y'all all you people are gonna watch this right now. Okay? So we're gonna start dropping these jewels right now, alright? So let's I ain't got no moderators, so take notes, okay? Get your pen, okay? Get your pen, get your pad, whatever. Take some notes. All right, and this is for all my brothers and sisters out there. Matthew 12:50. Those are doing the will of the Father. You know, you can also use these precepts for your arsenal. Okay, this is a little bit more history and more precepts to add. To, when you're trying to bring this information to, the tribe of Gad. Okay, so let's get straight to it. All right, we're coming out swinging right now. But before I continue, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Ahaya, by Hashem Yeshaya, Baruch Kodash, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay? All right, so let's go to 2 Maccabees. Okay? 2 Maccabees, chapter 7. All right? 2 Maccabees, chapter 7. I'm going to show you guys something right here, okay? And then we're going to go back to the very top of it. But 2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 28 through 42. And it reads, I beseech thee, my son, look upon the heaven and earth and all that is therein, and consider that God made them the things that were not, and so was mankind made likewise. Fear not this tormentor. What? Fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren, take thy death, okay? Take thy death, that I may receive thee again in mercy with thy brethren. All right? While she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, whom wait ye for? And I will not obey the king's commandment. What? I will not obey the king's commandment. See, that's what's going on right now. Is that the president has made this a national holiday. You know, from generations of old, from the United States presidents, they made this day specific. You hear me? You got Columbus Day, and then all of a sudden you got that was just what, a couple months ago, and then now you got Thanksgiving. Okay, but let's keep going. It says, I will not obey the king's commandment, but I will obey the commandment of the law that was given to our fathers by Moses. Okay, so there's this person right there, right? He's saying, you know, I'm not going to obey the king's commandment. I'm not going to obey the law, statutes, and commandments of the Father. Okay, he had no time for what's that word called? He didn't want to negotiate with nobody. Okay, but he wanted to keep the Father's commandments. All right, let's keep reading. Verse 34, 2 Maccabees 7, and where are we at? 31. 2 Maccabees 7 and 31. And thou hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews. What? And thou hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews, shalt not escape the hand of God, for we will suffer because of our sins. Key. You see that? Verse 32. For we will suffer because of our sins. You hear me? Our sins will bring us down. Our sins will keep us as a perpetual slave. You understand me? You want to go out there, have some fun? Cool. But just remember, everything that we do is being written down. Everything that we do has consequences. Okay? But it says right here in verse 33, and though the living Lord be angry with us a little for a while for our chastening and correction, yet shall be at one again with his servants. But thou, O godless man of all other most wicked, be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with the uncertain hopes, lifting up thy hand against the servants of God. All right, verse 35 says, for thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of the Almighty God, who seeth all things. Okay, God sees all things. For our brethren, who now have suffered a short pain, are dead under God's covenant of everlasting life. But thou, through the judgment of God, thou shalt receive just punishment for thy pride. But I, as my brethren, offer up my body and life for the laws of our fathers, beseeching that he would speedily be merciful unto our nation, that thou hast by thou torments and plagues, what? By thou torments and plagues mayest confess. So the more plagues and the more torments that we go through, it makes us want to get right with the Father, correct? Correct. All right. But let's keep reading this, all right? It says in 38, let's read verse 37 again. It says, but as I, my brethren, offer up my body and life for the laws of our fathers, beseeching God that he would speedily be merciful unto our nation, and that by thy torments and plagues mayest confess that he alone is God, all right? Or creator, or what the Native Americans like to say, all right? And that in me and my brethren, the wrath of the Almighty, which is justly upon our nation, may cause the king, being enraged, handling him worse than all the rest. And it took grieves he that he was mocked. So this man died undefiled, okay, and put his whole trust in the Lord. Last of all, after the sons of the mother died. Let this be enough now, okay, pay attention, okay, 2 Maccabees 7:42. Let this be enough now to have spoken concerning the idolatrous feast and the extreme tortures. Okay? The extreme tortures because of this idolatrous feast. You hear me? Okay? So let's go back up to the very top, because I want to show you guys. Let's go to the verse 1. Okay? So this is what happened to our people because we didn't want to eat swine. We didn't want to eat ham, the pig's ass. You understand me? When you got ham on your table, when you got ham on your plata, on your plate, you're eating the pig's ass. How you like eating animal ass? Cochinos. That's where a pig's, like the location of the ham on the pig, it's his ass, it's his leg. You hear me? We're not supposed to be eating stuff like that. And this is what happened to our people who are wise, who are righteous, because they were tortured because we did not want to eat swine. You hear me? Swine is an abomination before God. Okay? It says, and it came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the kings against the law to taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips. You see that? It says the mother and the 7 brethren were taken because the king ordered it, right? And he says, y'all got to eat this or you will die. See, a lot of our people, they didn't negotiate, they didn't compromise. You hear me? They took death over eating the swine because they understood the laws of Moses. Okay? Let's keep going. Let's go to the book of Leviticus chapter 11. All right? Let's go to the book of Leviticus chapter 11. I'm going to show you guys what is clean and what is not clean. Okay? All right, so Leviticus chapter 11. Okay? We're going to start at verse 1, and it says, and the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel. So if you are black, Mexican, Puerto Rican, okay, Native American, you're either from the islands of Hawaii, okay, you are the children of Israel. You hear me? You are the children of Israel. All right? It says, and the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying to them, speaking to the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which you shall not eat among all beasts that are on the earth. Okay? Whatsoever parted the hoof and is cloven footed, okay, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, ye shall eat. Okay? The Most High gave us specific instructions on what we can eat and what we cannot eat, and how to determine what is and what isn't. You hear me? So, what is cloven-footed or hooven-footed? Okay? It is a hoof, okay? It is a hoof, and it has a split right here in the middle. Okay? A lot of deer, a lot of the deer family have those. Okay? The sheep, the goats, they have the hoof, and it's split down the middle. Okay? Horses do not have those. Okay? Cows. Okay? Cows are hooven-footed, and they have the split, and they chew the cud. You hear me? We can eat those. Okay? But it says right here, nevertheless, these shall you not eat that chewed the cud, or them that divided the hoof, as the camel, okay? Because it chewed the cud, but divideth not the hoof. It is unclean. So we can't eat camel because it has stomachs, right? It has stomachs like a cow. So it regurgitates the grasses in its stomach, right? And then it, it goes through a cycle, but it's not cloven-footed. Okay, you don't have that split. It says, and the coney, because it chewed the cud, but it divided not to it and clean to you. I think that's the horse. Okay, it says, and the hare, because it cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, it is unclean. So the rabbit cheweth the cud. See, you always be chewing. Okay, animals that always they chew the cud. You hear me? The rabbit, we cannot eat a rabbit. You hear me? The rabbit is unclean to us. Okay. Verse 7, it says, and the swine, the pig, though it divided the hoof, okay, the pig got a split between the hoof too, okay? Pig feet. You got a lot of our people, we grew up on that. Eating pig feet in the stew, correct? Okay? It says, and the swine, though it be divided the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet it cheweth not the cud. Okay? It does not chew the cud. Pigs don't have sweat glands. You hear me? I'm actually going to see if I can find this book real quick. Alright? I'm going to show you guys, okay? I'm going to show you guys the stuff that's inside of a pig. And I hope it makes you feel kind of weird when I describe this to you, okay? And I'm going to show you all the stuff that is inside the swine, the pig. You hear me? All right, let's keep reading real quick. Hold on. And the swine, though it divided the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet it too not the cud is unclean. Of their flesh you shall not eat, and their carcasses you shall not touch. They are unclean to you. Do you ever wonder why they use a pig skin for football? Do you ever wonder? We're not even supposed to be playing that sport. You hear me? But they make it a national day. They're playing football right now. They're playing football right now. Okay? And they're making a lot of our people become entertainment for them. They're getting paid millions of dollars just to entertain all you people on this day. Okay? Let's keep reading verse 9. It says, These shall ye eat all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters and the seas and in the rivers ye shall eat. So fish that have got fins and scales. We cannot eat catfish. You hear me? Catfish are gross. They're bottom feeders. You hear me? Anything that's made, like for instance, the pig, it's made to eat up the nasty stuff that's on the ground. Okay? The catfish is made to eat up all the nasty dead stuff that's on the bottom of the ground and inside the waters. The crawdads that you see in the rivers. See, they go around crawling around on the floor and they pick up little stuff and they clean the river system. They clean the lake system that is inside the waters. You hear me? Same thing with the crab. Okay? Same thing with the lobster. You hear me? Same thing with the shrimp. What is the shrimp's purpose? Yes, they have feet. Yes, they can crawl around, whatever. Okay? Yes, they can do those things. But I'm telling you that the main purpose of the shrimp is to go around inside the open waters and filter the system of the oceans. So there's not all kinds of bacteria and all the plagues start coming around and then all the animals getting sick. You hear me? Everything has a function in life. And the Most High gave us these specific instructions not to touch these animals that have these qualifications, these functions on this planet, this earth. You hear me? We're not supposed to be eating pig. You know why? Because when the pig eats all this nasty filth on the ground, like dead rats. Do you know pigs eat dead rats? Did you hear me? Did you know pigs eat dead fish, like that's decaying on the ground and it's been there for weeks? A pig will go eat that. Let me ask you a question. Would you eat a mouse? Would you eat a rat? Would you eat a roadkill? Would you eat stuff like that? Come on now. Ask yourself this question. Would you go and eat a dead mouse laying on the damn floor? Would you eat like if you're walking around the lake shore, right, and you see a bunch of dead fish, would you go and eat that? Like, would you just pick it up, start eating that? No, you would not, right? Because you know better. But I'm telling you right now, a pig, that's the pig's function. That's what the pig does. You hear me? A pig, it does not have sweat glands. So all those diseases that the pig eats, that all that nasty crap that's on the stuff, whatever he eats, a pig cannot sweat. So everything that the pig eats, it all stays inside its body. It does not come out. You hear me? When pigs eat dead carcasses, all those diseases that have been there and it's ingesting inside of its body, a pig cannot sweat that out. We got sweat glands, right? We can get rid of toxins. We can get rid of certain diseases, right? We can get rid of this stuff, but pigs cannot. You hear me? So when they go out there, in the butcher house, when they're slaughtering all these pigs because they're being nasty, they're eating feces and shit, right? Pigs eat feces and shit. Do you hear me? They eat this nasty stuff. You understand? So when they these pigs go to the slaughterhouse by the thousands and the millions, right? They go and chop this stuff up, and then they put all these steroids and all these nasty chemicals. They inject all that crap inside the pig. You hear me? They inject it in the pig after they kill them. Okay, and then they wrap it up, of course, right? And then they somehow make it to your stores. You hear me? And then you being, hey, I'm having some pork chops tonight. Hey, I'm about to have some ham tonight. Hey, I'm about to eat some good ass pig tonight. Right? Is that you got pig on your plate, right? Am I right? You got ham on your plate as you're watching this? Yeah, that stuff is unclean. You're not supposed to be eating it. You are going to die slowly if you keep eating it. You hear me? That's why you see a lot of our people that are obese right now, because they love eating pig. Okay? Now I'm about to show you in this book right here. Okay? I'm about to show you this book. Alright? It says, The Greatest Show on Earth, The Destruction of a Chosen Nation, written by Frank Zaquan Jordan. Okay? And then we're going to go to page, let me see. It's chapter 2. You got page numbers on these. Alright, cool. So we're going to go to chapter 2 in this little section right here, okay? So here is a diagram. You hear me? I don't know if you guys can see that. Hold on. Y'all see that diagram right there? Huh? Y'all see that diagram? That's a diagram of a cow, correct? That's a diagram of a cow. See we can eat stuff like that. You hear me? But when it comes to a pig, we can't eat stuff like that. You hear me? It says right here, animals that are against the diet of the Most High according to the Bible. And the swine, and what I just read to you guys. It says, no matter how you may think or what your parents or grandparents have told you from their own opinion, or according to the Most High about God, okay? No matter what your mom and your daddy, your grandparents, no matter what opinion that they keep on generation lying to you about what God says about the pork, they're wrong. You hear me? Your parents are wrong for this. You hear me? You got to break that generational curse today. You hear me? It says, According to the Mosai on his law, pork of any kind is unclean and shall not be eaten. All right? It says, they are considered scavengers of the farm to eliminate waste, and often eating anything they can find. This includes not only bugs, insects, scrapes from whatever they can find laying around. Okay? They are known for eating their very own feces, that's shit, okay, dookie, dung, poop, okay, they eat their own poop. Pigs eat their own poop, okay, pigs eat their own poop, and you got ham on your plate right now, right? Okay, sweat glands are used to get rid of unwanted toxins in the body. This leaves more toxins in the pig's body, okay? One of the biggest concerns with eating pork of any kind is trichinosis. Okay, this is an infection that humans get. Okay, I can't even pronounce that word. Help me out real quick. Okay, let me see if I can get you guys on there. Okay, y'all see that? Y'all see that word? It says tetrarotulus or whatever. Right there, like right over here. Okay, it's like right over there. See it? Y'all see that word? Tuberculosis. This is an infection the humans get from eating uncooked pork that contains the larva of the tuberculosis worm. Okay? It says pigs are primary carriers of tapeworms. Was that hepatitis E virus? And you guys see what the other one says, right? Okay. All those diseases right there, the pig has. You hear me? And guess what? You go and eat that. You hear me? So you probably, as soon as you take a bite of that ham right now, okay, that's on your plate, you probably got tapeworm in there, just wiggling around. And now it's going, once you eat it, right, that tapeworm going to go straight to your brain or somewhere in your body. You know, a tapeworm could be like probably like a couple feet long. See, what it do, it stays that small, right, as a baby, and it gets massive. And then now you got this venom looking creature swimming around or living around in your body, and you getting sick, right? You're getting fat, you're getting obese, because this little tapeworm that you ate, right, coming from the pork that you ate, it's making you sick. You hear me? We're not supposed to be eating this stuff. The Most High gave us dietary laws for a purpose. You hear me? See, Muslims, okay, Muslims don't eat pork either. But they like to go and eat, what is it? Shrimp, crab, lobster. Does that make them set apart? No. Because they're not eating this, but they're eating that. Okay? Most guys say you're not supposed to eat any of that stuff. Pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, you're not supposed to be eating it. You understand me? Okay. I hope that grossed some of you guys out. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's go to Sirach chapter 15. Okay. I'm going to show you that it's an abomination. Okay, hold on. Before we go there, let's go to this one in the book of Isaiah. Let's go to the book of Isaiah real quick. Okay. Isaiah chapter, let me see, 60. All right, let's go to Isaiah 65 and verse 4. You hear me? Isaiah 65 and verse 4. All right, let's go to let's go to verse 1 real quick, and then we'll read the verse 4, okay? Isaiah 65 and verse 1, okay? I am sought of them that ask not for me. I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me, unto a nation that was not called by my name. Okay? I spread out my hands all the day to a rebellious people. What? I spread my hands all day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good. Okay? So while you're doing all this traditions of men about Thanksgiving, okay, the Most High is stretching out his arm to you, and he wants you to understand that he loves you. But he wants you to be healthy. He wants you to understand the truth. You hear me? He wants you to understand that he created you for a purpose. He loves you. You hear me? God loves you. But he wants you to understand that now he wants you to have a free will, right? A free will to decide whether you want to do wicked or whether you want to be righteous. Okay? That free will consists of serving him. You hear me? That's what that free will consists of. You hear me? But let's keep going. It says, I spread out my hands all day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. A people that provoketh me to anger continued to my face, that sacrificeth in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh and brought the abominable things that is in their vessels. So you're over here eating swine's flesh, and you're bringing all this abomination into God's temple, which is your body. You hear me? Let's go to turn the page to 66. Okay. Let's go to Isaiah 66 and verse 15 through 17. All right. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and rebuke the flames of fire. For by the fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. So it doesn't matter if you are a Gentile or if you're an Israelite. You hear me? Jew or Gentile. That's what this whole world consists of today. Okay? But it says that the Lord will plead with all flesh. That includes myself, that includes you, and everybody else, and their mommy and their daddies. You hear me? It says, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. All right? So the Most High is telling you that the swine, the pig, is an abomination. All right? Let's go to the scripture. Actually, it's over here. Sirach chapter 15, verse 13. Sirach 15 and 13. It's Ecclesiasticus in your Apocrypha. All right. Verse 15. Chapter 15. Oh, let me see it on. Let's go to, yep. Sirach chapter 15, verse 13. All right. And it says, the Lord hateth all abominations. What? The Lord hateth all abominations, and they that fear God love it not. So if you fear God, you will hate these abominations that the Most High hates. Okay? And if you disobey and are rebellious, then you hate God. If you want, you know that pig's unclean. You know that the Thanksgiving is not a day, a good remembrance. if you still celebrate this with the knowledge that you're getting right now, you hate God and you're still doing it. You hear me? But the Most High, he winks at our ignorance. He's showing me these scriptures to give to you in this history so that you can understand. So that this is the knowledge that the Most High is going to give me to give to you. You hear me? Let's go to what is it? Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 4. This is the excuse. Oh, a lot of you pastors out there are watching this too, right? You guys like to go to the book of Matthew, okay, and say, well, it's not what goeth into the a man's belly, but what cometh out, okay? And always say, oh, all we gotta do is just pray over it, right? And they're ignorant of that scripture as well. And then they want to take it to Acts chapter 10, and then they talk about the vision that Peter had when there was like a picnic table coming down from heaven, and all the animals, and God said, kill, eat 3 times. Okay. So Peter saw the pig upon that blanket. He saw the shrimp, crab, lobster on that blanket. Okay. But Peter said to the Most High, I'm not going to eat that. I can't eat that, Most High. But if you go to the context of Acts chapter 10, it's over there in verse 28. It was company of the Jew and the Gentile together, because Gentiles are known to be unclean. You hear me? Gentiles are known to be unclean. So therefore, the Gentiles will go eat whatever they want. You got the Chinese man over there cooking up the shrimp, the crab and the lobster. Okay, you go over to all these other places, right? Like a fast food joint. They put damn bacon on every damn thing. See, I can't even go to go get a damn breakfast burrito sometimes, because they're always putting damn bacon in their damn breakfast burritos. That shit pisses me off so much. You know, my desires one day when I find my rib, right, is that I pray that she can make me a lunch. So like a good ass breakfast burrito. You know, it's got eggs, cheese, jalapenos, right? Turkey sausage, turkey bacon. Okay, put all that mixed up in there. Yep, eat that, and then give her a big old kiss. And hey, baby, I'll be back. All right, I'll call you on lunch. Tell you how good your burrito was. You know what I'm saying? So that type of stuff right there. But I can't, like I said, I can't even go to a convenience store and go give me something to eat, because they got damn pork in every damn thing. Okay? I know there's sausages and pork. All that meat crap, it's there. Okay? And there's even, if you want to go to the extreme, family, okay? If you want to be an extremist when it comes to pork, they got gelatin and a lot of stuff too. They got yeast and a lot of stuff too. You hear me? They got all this gelatin and this yeast and then all these other foods and ingredients that we use on a daily basis. That's pig. You hear me? These people are cunning and they're very deceitful on trying to destroy our people. You hear me? That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to destroy us. And they don't care. You hear me? So, let's go to this Ezekiel quick, right? Because a lot of you people out there say, oh, all we got to do is just pray over it. Pray over it. Or we can still eat that. No, we cannot. The more that you want to eat a pig's ass and catch a tapeworm in there too, okay, you're going to eat a nasty pig's ass, and then you're going to eat that tapeworm, you're going to get sick, okay? That's on you. I'm just giving you the warning. All right. Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13. All right. And it says, and the Lord said, what? And the Lord said, God says this. You hear me? And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread, what? Their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. What? It says that the children of Israel will eat the defiled bread among the Gentiles. Verse 14, and then said I, Lord, behold, my soul hath not been polluted. What? My soul hath not been polluted from my youth up until now. I have not eaten that which dieth of itself, or is torn in pieces, neither came there an abominable flesh into my mouth. This is what Ezekiel was saying. Because Ezekiel knew, the prophet Ezekiel knew that the pig was unclean. You understand me? So he was saying that I'm not eating that. That's trash. That's garbage. I know the functions of a pig, what it's supposed to do. Okay? Okay, so this is another good thing too. Let's see if I can find this real fast. And I think it's in Genesis 7. Okay? I'm going to show you why the Mosai did what he did, all right? Genesis chapter 7. Genesis chapter 7. Okay? I'm going to show you why the Mosai did what he did. You hear me? Watch this. Okay? Genesis chapter 7 and verse 1. It says, and the Lord said unto Noah, what? Y'all remember the flood with Noah, right? Okay? And the Lord said unto Noah, come thou and all thy house unto the ark, for thee I have seen righteous before me in this generation. What? The Moses said to Noah, I have seen you righteous before all these wicked people around here. Okay? It says, of every clean beast, what clean beast? Can y'all repeat that with me? Clean animals, correct? Okay? Of every clean beast, thou shalt take thee by sevens. What? Take thee by sevens. Okay? So you had a deer family, right? You had two, you had couples of 7. Okay? You had one couple right here, male and female. 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 You had one couple right here, male and female. You had one couple right here, male and female. You had another couple over here, male and female. Okay, these are clean animals. What? Clean animals: goat, sheep, cow, deer. The other ones that are written in Leviticus chapter 11, right? So you have the 7 clean animals, okay, that were in couples. Why do you think the Mosai had the clean animals in 7s? Because so that they can populate the earth, so that we can eat those animals. You hear me? So watch this, okay? Of every clean beast thou shalt take thee by 7s, the male and his female, and the beasts that are not clean, okay? Repeat what that means. The beasts that are not clean, right? By 2. What? So Mosai said, no, you're not going to take it by 7? No. Y'all see the number right here? So the clean animals came by 7s. Okay? The clean animals came by 7s, and the unclean animals came by 2. You understand me? God intended this for a reason, so that the clean animals can outpopulate the dirty animals. But now you got damn rats, man. They populate like crazy. You got rabbits populating like crazy. You hear me? They making the damn pigs populate like crazy. And now they sending all these diseases within these deer. So now you can't go hunt the deer because they got some damn type of zombie mindset, and they just kills them on sight. You hear about that deer disease? So I'm telling you hunters right now, if you go hunting, y'all doing a good thing, you know, going out there and catching them deers. But I'm telling you right now, just be cautious when you go hunting. You understand me? Because them deer out there, they got a damn disease. They doing this on purpose, so that we can go back to eating nasty, dirty foods. You hear me? But y'all see that right there. Of every clean beast thou shalt take thee by sevens, the male and his female. So you have 7 couples that were clean. Okay? And then it says, okay, the male and his female, and on the beasts that are not clean, take thee by 2, the male and his female. So you had a male pig and a female pig. Okay, you just had 2 of them. Okay, 2 to 7. Do the math. Okay, I'm just giving you the information that you need to digest on right now. I'm giving you a food for thought. You hear me? All right, so let's go to that one. Okay. So the tribe of Gad, family, the tribe of Gad, the Native American. Okay. So we're going to get straight to this point right here, okay? I'm going to show you who the Native American is and how you can distinguish who these people are. See, the government knows who the Native Americans are. You hear me? They know who the Native Americans are, okay? Genesis chapter 49, because you know how they know who the Native Americans are? Is because if you pay attention to what I'm about to show you right now, and you line that up with history, and you know that there were millions upon millions of Native Americans over here on this continent of the Americas, right? All the way from North, Central, and South America. Yeah, millions of Native Americans. Okay? Millions of them. Okay? But now their number got decreased, and now they got put on reservations. You hear me? Native Americans were in the millions, and now they got reduced to barely 1 million. Maybe a little bit more today. You hear me? But this is prophecy that this was going to happen to you guys. You hear me? All my Native Americans out there, this is prophecy that the Most High told you and your people. You hear me? But I'm just giving you guys the information. On my side, right? On my father's side, that's how you know who you are. Is from the genealogy of your father. Okay? You cannot tell what tribe you're from your mother's side, just like the Jewish people. No, that's bullshit. You hear me? We cut them people up over there in the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. You hear me? But I'm telling you right now, you are who your father is. You hear me? That's why you take your father's last name. You hear me? So, and then also you take your husband's last name, correct? So, Gad, Genesis 49, verse 19. Gad, G-A-D, Gad, a troop shall overcome him. What? Gad, a troop shall overcome him. Native American, the United States Army shall overcome him. You hear me? But he shall overcome at the last. So when the United States Army has wiped out all these millions of Native Americans, and they got put on reservations, you will come back on top once you understand who you are. You understand me? You will come back on top. You hear me? This is a promise that the Most High gave to you, but this is also a curse that the Most High put upon you guys too. You hear me? So it says, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. Native American, the United States Army shall overcome you. I live right next to the Sand Creek Massacre Trail, okay, where they slaughtered thousands upon thousands of Native Americans. Let's go to Genesis 30. 30 and verse 11. All right. And it says, and Leah, that's Jacob's wife. That's that's one of our ancient ancestors. Okay. Genesis 30 and 11. Okay. And Leah said, a troop cometh, and she shall call his name Gad. You hear me? A troop cometh Why did Leah call Gad a troop? Because we were warriors. You hear me? We're warriors. But there is a troop that overcame that troop. Okay? And you were no longer able to fight. All right? So now let's go see what that table is in the book of Isaiah 66. Is that the one that we want? Okay. Isaiah 65, my bad. Isaiah 65, okay? And we're going to look at verse 11, okay? Isaiah 65 and verse 11. So this is talking about that when they made Thanksgiving an official day. So mark this as your day of remembrance. You hear me? I'm about to show you where Thanksgiving is inside the Bible. You hear me? This is not a tradition of men, but it was actual a curse that came upon the Native American or the tribe of Gad. You hear me? So Thanksgiving is in the Bible. You hear me? But it's not the way that a lot of people think. It's an actual curse. So a lot of our Native American people, they call it Thanksgiving. Okay? And then the so-called pilgrims or the white man, right? They're thankful for us giving them the land. Because that's how the white man, he was never promised land. So the only thing that Isaac blessed Esau with was the sword. You hear me? So the white man goes around killing anything that it can and it wants to. That's how Esau gets the lands. He lives by the sword. That's what the book of Genesis, I think it's 25 or somewhere in the 30s, okay? That Esau will live by the sword. You hear me? But this right here, Thanksgiving is in prophecy. But it's not how we look at it today. Where we're coming around the table, oh, we're thankful. No, everybody's all having fun. No, it's not like that. See, they're making you think it's this way, but it's actually this way. You hear me? They're trying to change the narrative on you so that you're blind. You hear me? Isaiah 65 and verse 11. Mark this down. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop. What? That prepare a table for that troop. What? That prepare that table for that troop. You hear me? The Native Americans, y'all came together at a table and you told the pilgrims, hey, let's come together. See, what you didn't know is what's coming next. Smallpox. Okay, we'll get that out too. We'll show you smallpox written inside the scriptures as well. You hear me? But it says, but you are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore, I will number you to the sword. What? So this is the Most High telling the Native American or the tribe of Gad. Okay? Therefore, I will number you to the sword, and ye shall bow down to the slaughter. The Most High loves you so much, Native American, that your people got slaughtered. Just like my people, just like the Negro, the black man, and just like the rest of our people around in this world too. We got slaughtered. Our numbers went down. Okay? It says, therefore I will number you to the sword, and ye shall bow down to the slaughter, because when I have called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted there not. Okay? Therefore thus said the Lord God, behold, my servant shall eat but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of the spirit. Okay? And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For the Lord God shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name. What? You see that? So the Most High sent the battle axe to the Native Americans. And it will be reversed one day. Okay, we will be the battle axe, and we will slay these other people in due time. But right now, we be at peace with our enemies. Right now, we get our people to come back to this knowledge of who they are. You hear me? You are not a forgotten people. Don't let that trauma keep you down. Don't let that pain keep you down. You're stronger than this. It says that you will overcome at the last, Native American. You will overcome at the last, the tribe of Gad. Do you understand me? You my people too. I got Navajo blood running through my veins. You hear me? We will overcome at the last. You hear me? I'm speaking to all my Native American tribes. The Shoshones, okay? The Cherokees, okay? The Arapaho, the Navajo, all you tribes out there. The Comanches. I'm speaking to all you tribes out there. You will overcome at the last. We got to stop fighting each other, though. You hear me? Y'all got to stop fighting and beefing with the Mexicans. Y'all got to stop fighting and beefing with the blacks, the Negroes. You understand me? Y'all got to stop beefing and fighting with the Haitians, the Philippines, okay, the Hawaiians. Y'all got to stop fighting and beefing with each other. We got to come together. Zephaniah 2:1. Come together, nation O not desired. Do you understand me? We got to come together. When we're coming together, we're stronger than they are. And this is how we're going to overcome them. But when we're fighting each other, we become weak and we become separated and we become divided, and then we become conquered. You understand me? And I'm speaking to a lot of you white people out there too that know this information. And I'm asking you right now, are you willing to link up with my people? So that we can fight the greater enemy, who is first the devil. You understand me? Because the devil, he knows what's going on. He knows, y'all, he's laughing at a lot of our people right now. Okay? He laughed at me. He laughed at you that had this, that were ignorant of this knowledge. He's laughing right now because our people are basically worshiping him. Our people are secretly worshiping the devil on Thanksgiving. You hear me? The Most High and the Memorial Days, we're not supposed to be celebrating Thanksgiving. We have feast days like the Passover, the Feast of Purim, the Feast of Tabernacles. You hear me? We have these feasts at the Most High where we come together. Okay, where we come together on these days. We got to learn these days, and we got to come together, and we got to say, what the hell with these other holidays, these holidays. You hear me? We got to stop celebrating Christmas that's about to be around the corner. No damn, Jesus Christ was not born on no damn December 25th. That's Nimrod, Tammuz, and Semiramis' day. That's damn Hercules' day. Okay? That's the day that Hercules came out, not Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ had a physical father in Joseph, a physical mother in Mary. You understand me? That's a lie in itself too. Maybe we'll go over that one day too, coming up next month. But this is for my people right here. You hear me? Where we can come together and we can understand this information. Let's feast on this spirituality first before we go into eating and coming together with our people. You understand me? Let's feast on these words. You hear me? Give us this daily bread. Not that physical bread. Okay? We got to come together with this daily bread, which is God's word. Okay? And we already know, okay? We already know a lot of our people, they don't want to read this book. Okay? They don't want to read this book because they think it's the white man's book. It's not the white man's book. The Holy Bible is not the white man's book. They just make it seem like it's their book because you see a lot of white supremacy up in this world right now. You got white people as leaders, okay? You got white people as your bosses at work, right? You got white people in charge of this, in charge of that. You got white pastors preaching you the word. And then they go off and they keep telling you, hey, keep going out there sinning. Go out there and sin some more. See, a lot of these white people, they don't understand what's right from wrong when it comes to God's word. So this is why our people look at it like, man, tell this white boy. I ain't want nothing to do with that. But I'm telling you right now, the Holy Bible is not a white man's book. Y'all see the cover? Y'all see y'all see this right here? That's brown. We're brown. You understand me? We're brown. This is a people of melanated skin. This is history. This is a way of life. Basic instruction before leaving Earth. You hear me? We got to get back to it. Hey, come on, grab my hand. I'll help you out. I'll help you out. Come on. Let's do this. Get up. Rise up and walk, like my song. Rise up and walk. I'm telling you right now, in the mighty name of Yeshua, whoever's watching this right now, I command you to rise up and walk. I cast these demons out of your body, your temple. I cast the swine up out of your body right now, the tapeworm out of your body right now, all the traditions of men right now. You understand me? You have to surrender to the Most High. You have to have faith. I know you got faith. I know you believe in the higher power. I know you believe in the Creator. I know you want to be at peace with nature. I know that the land wants to have its rightful owners back on this land so that we can protect it. And then the land bear fruit for us. I know the recipe. You want the recipe? Yes or no? I know how to be at peace with nature. Why? Because I got the book of remembrance and it will help us get back and be at peace with nature. Because the dog represents a companion. And the dog is inside the book of remembrance. The mountains, the trees, the grass. The things that the Native Americans used to have, but they had lost that knowledge. This says the book of Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4 says that these people will lose their identity and their inheritance and all the stuff that they used to know. And the only way that you are going to understand this is by the tradition and the oral ways of life, of telling our people oral stories. You understand me? I got this information. I want to pass it back to you guys. You understand me? In order for us to get back to our rightful place of not being stupid no more, I had my share. I backslid. I was trapped up in sin. Sin didn't know better because it got me caught up in a damn routine. I didn't like it. There was no peace from it. It was all pleasure. See, a lot of our people, they want to become a people of pleasure, but they don't want to become a people of purpose. You understand me? A lot of our people want to become a people of pleasure instead of a people of purpose. Come on now. Woo! Are you going to be a person of pleasure? Or are you going to be a person of purpose? I was a person of pleasure. I want that purpose now. You understand me? I know you desire your purpose too. I know you hurting too. I know you lost a loved one. You know, they're not here to celebrate and eat Thanksgiving with you right now. I'm telling you, get back, rise up and walk. Come on. Rise up and walk. Let's cast these demons out of your body. Come on now. In the mighty name of Yeshua, I command these damn demons to get out of your body right now. Get out. Get out. In the mighty name of Yeshua, get out. We got the power. We got the Most High Spirit. We command you, legion of angels, to get out. You damn devils, get out. Someone needs to rise up and walk right now. Someone's hurting right now because of trauma right now. Somebody's hurting because there's unforgiveness right now. Do you understand me? Somebody is hurting right now. Somebody is crying right now because they lost a loved one. Our people are in pain. We're tired of living in this oppression state. Do you understand me? We have to come back to the Father. Not through religion, but through our people, as we are the church. You understand me? We got to come back. If we do not come back, we will continue the cycle of repetitive history. You understand me? I'm telling you right now, you have to come back to the Father. You have to. I can't do this alone. I need you just as much as you need me. We cannot do this alone. Our people are suffering, and it's only going to get worse from this point on going forward. Do you ever wonder why gas is so cheap right now? Because the presidential election is right around the corner, and Joe Biden wants a lot of these people that came across the border to go and vote for him, because last vote that they had, what Donald Trump got accused because whatever happened, right? Because they're all like computerized votes or things of that nature, right? Through politics, okay? I'm telling you right now, this next presidential election is going to shape this country for good or for worse. Okay? But I'm telling you right now, Babylon is falling. If Donald Trump comes back into office, you hear me? If Donald Trump comes back into office, we have a little bit of time left on this country. But if Biden, mark my words, if Biden wins again, because of the people actual voting instead of the electronic votes, see that's what Joe Biden needs. He needs the actual people to go and vote for him. But if Joe Biden wins, this country is going to keep going deeper and deeper and deeper into sin. And therefore, its sins will reach heaven, just like Revelation chapter 18 says. You understand me? So now, we're going to go into this real quick, right? Let's go into this pestilence thing real quick about our people real fast. Okay, let's keep knocking this one down real quick, and then we're going to we'll look at it from how these people came over here and stole this land and slaughtered our people, right? We're looking at the curses of our people and what's going on. So let's go to Ezekiel chapter 6, okay? Ezekiel chapter 6 and verse 11. And it says, thus said the Lord God, smite with thy hand, and stamp with thy foot, and say, alas, for all the evil abominations of the house of Israel, for they shall fall by the sword, by famine, and by the pestilence, a smallpox, and then also the white man coming over here and just killing the buffalo for sport. You hear me? That's what they did. They killed off a lot of the buffalo, and they killed them for sport. You hear me? And now when you go and hunt a buffalo, they charge you an arm and a leg, like $2,000, maybe more, just to kill a buffalo. Okay? Our people once had these resources. You know, you can go there to this place over there in northeast Wyoming, right? They got this thing called the Buffalo Gorge. Okay? It's where a lot of our Native American brothers and sisters, or I say brothers because, you know, sisters kick back at the crib, at the tent, at the teepee, right? A lot of our people, you know, y'all watch that movie Alpha? Okay? Remember when that little boy, he got stuck? And all the herds of buffalo just went over the cliff? So that's the same thing that they have over at that Buffalo Gorge. Okay? The buffaloes were here in the Americas in the millions. Okay? But since the white man came over here, they started killing those things for sport. Just like a lot of the white people kill for sport today. They eat the meat, and then they hang the heads on the walls. The deer heads, all the other heads, moose head, elk head, all these heads. They do that for sport. The white man is known for that. You hear me? And so that's what caused us to go through a famine over here in these lands. Okay? Now the pestilence, that was smallpox. All right? Over here in Ezekiel chapter 6, verse 11. Okay? Let's keep reading. He says, he that is far off shall die of the pestilence, and he that is near shall fall by the sword. And he that remaineth and is besieged shall die by the famine. Thus will I accomplish my fury upon them. Then ye shall know that I am the Lord, when their slain men shall be among their idols, round about their altars, upon every high hill, in all the tops of the mountains, under every green tree and every thick oak, and place where they did not sweep savor to all their idols. Okay? That's what we were doing. We were making a lot of idols, and the God hates idols. He's jealous. Most High is jealous. He wants us to himself. Okay? Verse 14 says, so I will stretch out my hand upon them and make the land desolate. You hear that? I will stretch out to these Native Americans and I will make this land desolate, says the Most High. Okay? I will stretch out my hand and make the land desolate. Yeah. More desolate than the wilderness. The wilderness of what? The wilderness of the time of the Exodus. All right? To Delibat and all their inhabitants, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Okay? So this happened to our people. Okay? A lot of the southern kingdom of Judah, they can use some of these precepts on their side of the story. Okay? Of where they came from. See, a lot of the southern kingdom of Judah, they will not teach this Thanksgiving. They won't teach about the Mexican Revolution. They won't speak none about it. They'll brief on it a little bit. Okay? So that's where we have to come in, and we have to tell our history. Not by the white man, not by our brothers, because our brothers only know part of it. Okay? We got to go into other books besides the Bible to get our information. This is speaking to the northern kingdom of Israel, the house of Israel. You hear me? We have to go into this information. We have to bring it out. Okay? We have to go into the Apocrypha, right? We have to go into the Book of Mormon, right? Because this talks about our history, the Northern Kingdom's history. And I don't care if any of you brothers and sisters out there don't want to go into these histories, cool, that's fine. You stick to your history and we'll stick to ours. We'll bring ours out just as much as you bring yours out. You hear me? And if that makes you drift off, then cool, so be it. But I'm not going to make our history kind of like a stumbling block. You understand me? We got to come together regardless. You know, so we're not vexing and envying each other. You hear me? We got to come together. All right? So let's go to Baruch chapter 4, verse 25. So this is more of the so this is more of our people being slaughtered. Okay? It's our people being slaughtered right here. Baruch chapter 4, verse 25. And it says, "My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from God, for thy enemy hath persecuted thee, but surely thou shalt see his destruction." What? My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you. Okay? This is Jacob's trouble. From God. For thy enemy hath persecuted thee. Correct. We're already going through it. Okay? We've seen it in the past and we're still seeing it right now. Okay? But surely thou shalt see his destruction. So shortly we will see our enemy's destruction. You hear me? The Most High is a just God. He's not going to let our murders and our killings of our people go undiscovered. He's going to bring it out. He's going to do unto them and do unto us. You hear me? It says, "And thou shalt tread upon his neck. My delicate ones have gone rough ways." What? My delicate ones have gone rough ways and were taken away as a flock caught off the enemies. Be a good comfort, O my children, and cry unto God, for ye shall be remembered of him that was brought these things upon you. For it was your mind to go astray from God. Okay? For it was your mind to go astray from God. So being returned, seeking 10 times more, for he that brought these plagues, what? These plagues, the famines of the buffalo dying upon the lands of the Americas, right? And also the pestilence, smallpox, and all these other plagues that are going around us right now to this current day. Okay? So COVID-19, that was a pestilence. All right? For ye have brought these plagues upon you, and you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee a name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflict thee. Okay? So these people out here are enemies. They're miserable because they're always constantly afflicting us. Your boss is miserable right now because he's always having you work mad hours because he thinks you're a slave. Nah. See, the government, United States military, the government is miserable right now because they're seeing their destruction go down and they're miserable right now. They don't know what to do. So now they got to go to war because they, like I told you at the beginning, they live by the sword. All right? And it says, take thee a good heart, O Jerusalem, for that gave thee a name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflict thee, and rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is that she that conceived received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, she and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I will give away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and the pride shall be turned into mourning. For fire shall come from upon her from the everlasting long unto endure, and she shall be inhabited of the devils for a great time. O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold, the joy that cometh unto thee from God. Lo, thy sons come, from whom thou seest a way. They come together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing and on the glory of God. All right. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 7:7. Ecclesiastes 7:7 says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Okay? Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Okay? Verse 9, it says, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resisteth in the bosom of fools. Okay? Don't act out on your anger because of your oppression, because it's only going to get you caught up. You hear me? Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Let's go to 2 Maccabees 6:12. Second Maccabees 6:12 and down to 16. It says, now I beseech thee, those that read this book, that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments. Okay? So what you need to do, my brothers and sisters, is that you need to judge these punishments that were brought upon our people. Not for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation. Why? Because the Most High loves the children of Israel. He loves us so much that He's going to chastise you. You know how you got your kids that you love them so much, you got to chastise them because they go astray. You got to chastise them. You got to whoop that ass. You hear me? For it is a token of this great goodness when wicked doers are not suffered any longer. That's Ecclesiastes 8:11, right? Any long time but with punishment, for not as other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbear to punish till they come to the fullness of their sins. So everybody here on earth needs to come to the fullness of their sins. The white man needs to come to the fullness of his sins for slaughtering all his people. We got to come together for the fullness of our sins as a nation. What separates us while we hate each other. We got to come together, or we got to come together as individuals because of the sins of our own persons, right? So we have to come to the fullness of our sins. So He dealt with us, lest that being come to the height of sin, afterward He should take vengeance on us, and therefore He never withdraw His mercy from us. And though He punish with adversity, yet it doth not forsake His people. So when the Most High punishes our people, okay, He still loves us. Okay, the Most High still loves us. Okay, let's go to Baruch chapter 2. Okay, we're gonna go to the let's go to the blessings real quick. Leviticus 26 is a good chapter to read. It says warning against disobedience. Okay. I'm going to go to Genesis 49 real fast. So this is a blessing for the tribe of Gad. Okay. Gad, a troop shall overcome him. Okay, that was the curse. But he shall overcome at the last. Gad, the tribe, the Native Americans, you shall overcome at the last. That's your blessing. Okay? That is your blessing. Let's go to Baruch chapter 2. Baruch chapter 2 and verse 30. Okay? For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities, they should remember themselves. Okay? As we're going through oppression and we're seeking answers, like, certain people and they're chosen by the Most High to do this, like myself and other people. When you got this knowledge, you are remembering who you are. And you're not remembering the byword, or you're not getting offended by the byword that the Most High placed on us, like Mexican, Negro, or Native American. Okay? We're not going to be offended by those no more. You hear me? It says, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. Okay? And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the ways of their fathers. Okay? We're going to remember the ways of our fathers. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Gad, Issachar, Judah, Zebulun, all our brothers. Okay? We're going to remember the ways of our fathers, with sin before thee, before the Lord. And I will bring them again to the land which I promised. What? And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be the lords of it. Okay? The Most High says, if you remember who you are as the children of Israel, we will get our lands back. But only through righteousness we are going to get these lands back. You hear me? We're not going to get our lands back by being in our sins. Okay? We're not going to get our lands back by being rebellious. We're not going to get our lands back by starting up a revolution. Nope. We're not going to get our lands back by going out there and street protesting. Get our lands back, blah, 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 blah. Okay? We're not going to get our lands back by having our people living on reservations. Nope. See, you think you may own the reservations, but you don't. The white man owns it. You hear me? So we got to come back to the covenant that our forefathers made. You hear me? They made a physical covenant. We also got to make a spiritual covenant with the Most High. We gotta come back, family. And we also got to break these wicked covenants and these curses of the generations of old, like sinnings or certain sins that we inherited from our fathers. Okay, we gotta stop that. Let's go to the book of Joel. Go to the book of Joel. And we're going to read verses 2, chapter 2. Joel chapter 2. Where is it at? Joel chapter 2, verse 25. That's the one we want next. Joel 2:25. Joel 2:25, and it reads, Joel 2:25 reads, and And I will restore unto you the years that the locust hath eaten, the cankerworm, and the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, and my great army which I sent among you. You hear me? So this is the Most High telling you, Native Americans are just brothers and sisters of other tribes. The Most High says that He will restore the years that we lost, that we're always constantly mourning. Okay? And it says that the locust, the cankerworm, the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, they're being described as nations of people. You hear me? Those are nations of people. All right? It says, and I will restore unto you the year that the locust hath eaten, the cankerworm, and the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, my great army which I sent among you. What? My great army. So the United States Army was the battle axe for our people. You hear me? You're going to reduce their numbers too so that they become weak. Actually, we're going to be going into that right now. Psalms 55 and 20. Let's go look at the peace treaty that they broke. Oh, we come in peace. We want to sign a peace treaty. The United States Army wants to sign a peace treaty. Okay? So this is the peace treaty that the Native Americans signed with the United States Army, and the United States Army broke it. Okay? And this, after this day that we sat at the table, hey, let's exchange goods. Let's come to the table. The next couple of days, years, bam, they came in, know where our people were, bam, slaughtered them, bam, we're done. Okay, but we will come at the last. Psalms 55, verse 20, He hath put forth His hands against such as be at peace with Him. He hath broken His covenant. What? He hath put forth His hands against such as be at peace with Him. He hath broken His covenant. The United States Army. Okay. I already read, spoke it into existence, Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 11. Okay, let's go to Psalms 101 and 8. Psalms 101 and 8. Okay. It says, my enemies reproach me all the day, and they are mad against me, are sworn against me. Okay. So our enemies every day right now, they're mad at us because we're still rising. You know, our people, we're like the sands of the sea. You know, our people, we populate so fast. You hear me? Psalm 73 and 9. Psalm 73 and 9. Like I told you, fam, this is not a religious book. Religion hijacked it and made it to where it's religion, but it's not. The Holy Bible is not a religious book. It's all history. You hear me? Psalms 73 and verse 9, and it reads, they set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. So this is what the United States Army has done. They set their mouth against the heavens. The United States hates God. You hear me? But they like to serve the devil. So on your quarter or your dollar bill, you know it says, in God we trust. That's talking about Lucifer. It's not talking about the Most High God. You hear me? That's on your currency right now. In God we trust. See, I want to give a shout out to my brother Joe. Okay? He showed me a quarter, right? He showed me a quarter, and on that quarter, you have the words written, "In God we trust," and then you have the image of, was it George Washington or whatever the president, right? So when the Mossad was dealing with this nation as a so-called Christian nation, the face was facing towards "In God we trust." But now that this country is deep into sin, and then there's no going back, okay? We cannot. This country is done. There's no more going back to any type of Judaico, Christian, or whatever they call it. They claim this country was built on, but that's a damn bullshit lie. This country is built on blood. We'll get to that too. But anyways, so now that the country of the United States is going into so much sin, the face of that president that was facing on the quarter or whatever, it's turned its head this way. And God we trust is right here, and the face is going the opposite direction. You hear me? So that's what one of my good brothers, Joe, he showed me there about a couple weeks ago. And so I want you guys to go get your quarters, right? And just check it out. Just check it out. Look at a quarter and get a couple of them, right? Compare them. And you'll see "In God we trust." And you'll see some of the quarters facing, the head facing this way. And then now, all the quarters that they're making now, you see the "God we trust" here, but the head facing the opposite direction. That's how you know that this country's going down. You hear me? Let's go to where we at? Let's go to Ezra chapter 9, verse 11. The book of Ezra. Okay, Ezra chapter 9, verse 11. And it reads right here, "Which thou hast commanded by thy servants the prophets, saying, The land unto which ye go to possess it is an unclean land, with the filthiness of the people of the lands, with their abominations which they have filled it from one end to another with their uncleanness." Y'all see that? So it's saying that the United States had made this land over here a land of milk and honey, and they made it unclean now. That these heathens, these people, these Gentiles, made the whole United States unclean. Now it's filthy. Got trash everywhere. You got Las Vegas, Sin City. You got New York. All these places. Los Angeles. You got all these places. They're dirty. You got Denver, Colorado. Dirty. Got drugs everywhere. You got people everywhere. You got damn prostitutes come out in daytime now. You hear me? This land is filthy. It's dirty. It's gross. This is what the United States has done. Okay, I'll read that to you guys again. Ezra chapter 9, verse 11. "Which thou hast commanded by thy servants the prophets, saying, The land unto which you go to possess it is unclean land, with its filthiness of the people of the lands, with their abominations which have filled it from one end to another with their uncleanness." All right? Let's go to Habakkuk chapter 2. Go to the book of Habakkuk. The book of Habakkuk chapter 2. As much as I wanted to make this a short lesson, it's been a while since I made a lesson, so it's kind of taking a little longer than usual. That's fine. That's fine. The longer the lesson is, the more details you can get out of it. You hear me? Habakkuk chapter 2, and we're going to do Hebrew hopscotch. And we're going to go to verse 8, and we're going to go down. Okay? Habakkuk 2 and 8, and says, because thou hast spoiled many nations. So this is still talking about the United States, right? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. What? 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 Let's get that in the book of Revelation 18 real quick. Ooh, we're gonna get some good. We're eating right now. You hear me? Okay. Revelation 18. So this is the same thing that it just said. Okay. So it says over in Revelation 18, verse 3, it says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich throughout the abundance of her delicacies. Okay. Verse 5 says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. Verse 6, so this is one we want to pay attention to right here, okay? Says, reward her even as she have rewarded you. What? Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said unto her, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and thou shalt be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord, the God who judges her. So God is judging this land right now of the Americas because of the wicked people that are running it right now. Right. So let's go back to that scripture. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 8, and it says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, for the violence of the land of the city, and all them that dwell therein. Okay. Look at verse 12. Woe unto him that buildeth a town with blood. So woe to you, United States Army, or woe unto you, United States government, who buildeth a town with blood, and established a city by iniquity. So this is how the Americas were so-called discovered by the white man. Kill people, and then they keep sinning and sinning and sinning, and now they got in power. Okay? Look at verse 17. For the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, and the spoil of the beasts which made them afraid because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, of all that dwell therein. Okay, and that goes down below, just goes into idols. Okay, let's go to Psalms 49 and 11. So this is why Babylon says, I sit a queen and no widow. Okay, and this is why America says, well, there has never been a nation out there or a country that's came over here and started war with America over on this land and conquered it. So this is why. So this is what they're thinking. Okay. Psalms 49 and 11, it says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. So a lot of these white supremacist people thinking that they think that they're going to dwell in this land forever, and that there's going to be no consequences for their ancestors or their forefathers. Or like, for instance, Betsy Ross, the old lady that saw the first American flag, and her great grandson is Bob Ross, the known American painter, the little white dude with the afro. Okay, those two are related to each other. You hear me? So a lot of these people over here in white supremacy thinking that they're gonna dwell on this land forever. Okay, little do they know is that this country is being judged. Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. What? They call their lands after their own names. So every single country is named after some person. America is named after this person named Americanus. Okay, all the states that you see inside the United States, like Wyoming, where I'm from, or Texas, or these other places, right? Colorado, they're named after a person of white origin, basically. Okay, Esau. That's who they're named after. All right. So let's go to Job 20:5. Wow, I about almost flipped there. Job 20:5. And it reads, that the triumphing of the wicked is short. What? So the wicked people that run this country right now, just know when they keep conquering, it's not going to last forever. That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. So a lot of hypocrites are out there. Their joy is only for a moment. Their triumphing is only for a moment. It's not going to last forever. These people that live in this country, living on top notch, they're not going to be there forever. Like a lot of our people think. No, we're not. And all of our people, the children of Israel, the so-called Latinos, Chicanos, Mexicans, the Negroes, the Haitians, the Hawaiians, the Native Americans, we're not going to stay oppressed forever. Nah. We are not going to stay oppressed forever. You understand me? The Most High will remember us, but we have to remember the Most High. We got to come back to him. Okay? So, Nehemiah chapter 1. This one's over here in this cut real quick. Nehemiah. There we go. Nehemiah chapter 1, verses 3. And we're going to read through 6, all right? Nehemiah chapter 1, verses 3 through 6. It says, and they said unto me, the remnant that are left of the captivity there in the province are in great affliction and reproach. The wall of Jerusalem also is broken down, and the gates thereof are burned with fire. And they came to pass, when I heard these words, and I sat down and wept and mourned certain days, and fasted and prayed before the God of the heaven, and said, I beseech thee, O Lord, God of the heaven, the great and terrible God that keepeth the covenant, and mercy for them that love him and observe his commandments. You hear me? So we got to observe the Most High's commandments in order to get these lands back. Verse 6 says, let thy ear now be attentive. What? Let thy ear now be attentive, and thy eyes opened. You understand me? So the only way that you Native Americans and my brothers and sisters that own the lands that our forefathers gave us, that the Most High gave us, right? That our people were promised. In order for us to get these lands back, is to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments and have the testimony of Christ. You understand me? That's the only way we're going to get these lands back. And if you don't want them back, cool. You won't be living on them then. You understand me? It says, let thy ear now be attentive and thy eyes open, that thou mayest hear the prayer of thy servant, which I pray thee before Salaki, before I pray before thee now, day and night, for the children of Israel, thy servants, and confess the sins of the children of Israel, which have sinned against thee. Both I and my father's house have sinned. You understand me? That was key. In order for us to get our lands back, we have to confess our faults. We have to live righteously. You hear me? We got to stop having excuses, family. We have to stop having excuses. We cannot be in trauma forever, family. We cannot be in pain forever, family. We can't always be smoking weed, family. We can't always be drinking and celebrating drinking alcohol, family. We got to stop. We got to be sober. We got to be vigilant. You hear me? I'm speaking about myself too. I'm not justified from any of this. I've had my share of failures. And my failures lead me back to God. Not to mention Thanos took that line from the Most High. You hear me? We cannot live with our own failures, so it returns us back to the Father. But Thanos says, you cannot live with your own failures, so it returns you back to me. That's what Thanos was saying when he was sharpening his blade, when he was all dressed in gold, talking to Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man. Remember that part? In Endgame? So that's what's going on, family. Our failures, our sins will lead us back to the Father. You just have to have ownership. You have to be responsible. If you're in pain, pray to the Father. Get someone to pray over you. That's righteous. But you have to stop sinning. How are you supposed to heal and pray to the Father if you're still sinning? God hears not sinners. You hear me? God only hears those that do His will. His will, not our will. You hear me? I'm just going to give you a quick more precepts about the Native American real fast, okay? And then we're going to call it a night. And I hope that you all have a beautiful day meditating upon this word, okay? So, let's go to 1 Chronicles 12 and 8. And I said this in one of my songs earlier. We're going to show you the Native Americans from that little headband I just showed you. Okay? And then we're going to show you the fringes that they wear. Okay? I'm going to go get mine real quick. Hold on. I'll be right back. Alright, fam. There's the fringes right there, right? Give me 1 second. right, family. All right, so y'all see the fringes right here? Y'all see that? Fringes. I got a couple of those shirts. Okay? Got a couple of them right now. And I have another one too. So, excuse me. First Chronicles 12:8. It says, and the Gadites, they're separated unto themselves unto David. That's King David, right? Unto the wilderness, men of might and men of war, fit for battle. So this is the definition of a Gadite or a Native American. Is that these brothers, right? They're dressed for battle. Okay? They're men of war and fit for the battle and can handle shield and buckler, whose faces were the faces of lions, and as were swift upon the roads upon the mountains. You hear me? So look, our people were doing exactly this right here, okay? They were fit for the battle. Okay? And I'll read that to you guys again in just a second, as soon as I get this real quick. Okay? Our people we were fit for battle. Alright? You hear me? Look, I got my stuff right here, okay? I got the jawbone of a cow, okay? You'll notice it says Gad right there, okay? And then I got this right here too. I made these, okay? I made these myself, alright? But right here, it says right here, okay? It says, 1 Chronicles 12:8, it says, and the Gadites were separated unto themselves unto David, and behold, the faces of men of might, the wilderness, men of might and men of war, fit for battle, and can use handle and shield and buckler, whose faces were like the faces of lions. Why did it say that the tribe of Gad had the faces of lions? It's because when we put our headbands on, right, with the feathers, it looks like a lion's face, and the mane, the hair around it, the lion's face. Okay? So this is why our people were known for this matter. You understand me? We had this information. We had these traditions. Okay? Let's go to another one. Let's go to Numbers 15 and 38. Because I'm pretty sure you guys see this too. You see it's a lot in Native American traditions, their way of life. Okay? Numbers 15:38. Okay? It says, speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they should make themselves fringes. Okay? Fringes right here, right? And I got some other ones that got the border of blue as well. Okay? It says, speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make themselves fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations. So we need to come back to this custom. You understand me? And they put their fringes upon the borders, a ribbon of blue. Okay? And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that you may look upon it. Okay? You got to look upon those fringes, right? When you're wearing them. Okay? And remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, that ye seek not after your own heart and after your own eyes, and they use and you go whoring, okay, stuff like that. So those were certain customs that we are supposed to have when we come back of knowing who we are. You hear me? And I also got the actual teats as well. Okay, so I could put 4 of them on too. So I got some right here too. All right, I got these ones too. So I could probably put these on when I'm out and about. Okay, I'll put them on the all 4. Like you can put them through your loop belts. Okay, so you gotta put one right here on 2 of them on your front and 2 of them on your back. Okay, I got that pair, and then of course my son got his, which is right in front of me. Okay. But anyways, let's go to Judges 16 and 16. So this is another story of Samson. Okay, Samson the Danite. But this is also a tradition of our people as well. Okay, and this is going to talk about the long hair. Okay, so this is going to talk about the long hair right here. Judges 16. Let me get my glasses back on. Let's see. Okay, Judges 16 and 16, it says, "And it came to pass when she pressed him daily," so it's talking about the, I believe it's Delilah, okay? "And it came to pass when she pressed him daily with her words, and urged him, so that his soul was vexed unto death. And he told her all his heart, and said unto her, There hath not come a razor upon my head, for I have been a Nazarite unto God from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength," what? "My strength will go from me, and I shall become weak like any other man." So, Native Americans, this is why we got long hair, right? I mean, my sides is cut, but this is kind of like the Mongolian haircut, okay? So, family, we're supposed to have long hair. You hear me? It's a tradition that we have long hair because it's like another sense that we have, like seeing, smelling, tasting, touching, okay? And then, of course, our hair, okay? So we're supposed to have long hair, all right? It's part of our strengths. And, of course, you got to have one of these, too. You hear me? Got to have the beard, all right? You got to have the beard in order to preach the word. Okay? You have to have a beard in order to preach the word. Let me see if I can find that one real quick. It might be in this book. Let me see. Maybe. Okay, hold on. All right, actually, here's another. This one's not going along with that topic I just read to you, but this is a message. Okay, this is the message for our people. Okay, this is in the sealed portion, chapter 48, verse 16. "And the message of the Father is this: Behold, my beloved children, I have given you unto you all these things, that you might find joy therein. And I am no respecter of persons. And would that you should know that I esteem all flesh as one. Yeah, there is none, no, there is not one of my children that I do not esteem and love as much as the others. And show you this example of my love unto you, I have given unto you my only begotten Son according to the flesh, and have bestowed upon him all of my powers, my authority, and I commanded him to do unto you as I would do unto you. And I do not esteem him above any of you, but have given him unto you as a servant, as your servant. So the Messiah is our servant because he had a purpose to come down here and give his life for us. Okay? Giving you as a servant to teach you all the things that you need to understand. What? I do not esteem him above any of you, but I have given to you as a servant to teach you all the things that you need to understand, so that it might be possible that you might have this joy of which I have spoken. Behold, I have created you that you might have joy, and for no other purpose I have created you. So the Most High wants us to have joy. You understand me? He wants us to have peace. He wants us to have all these good things, just to be happy. You hear me? This is what the Father wants for you. Okay? It says, behold, I have created you that you might have joy, and for no other purpose have I created you. For behold, I did not create you that you might serve me, but I might serve you by giving you this joy. And the commandments that I have given unto my beloved Son are those commandments that I have given unto him to give to you. And only by these commandments can you be assured of the joy which I have spoken. You hear me? This is the message from the Father. He wants you to have your joy, but he wants you to have the commandments. He wants you to have this information. Okay? He wants you to have the basic instructions before leaving earth. Okay? He wants you to serve him. All right, that's irrelevant at the moment. I was gonna see if I could find that topic about the men preaching with that the only men that are supposed to teach the word are those that have the beard. You hear me? I was gonna get to that. I was gonna try to find it, but that's irrelevant at the moment. But family, I pray that you guys get this information, you get it locked down. And also you just take heed with everything I just told you. All right, you take heed with everything I just told you. All right, I hope y'all have a blessed, safe day, and always to remember, to look after one another, regardless of your skin. Okay, and also to just seek the Father's joy that He wants to give to you. Okay. Don't seek your own joy, but seek the joy of having these commandments so that we could be at peace. We can have love. We can have unity. Jew and Gentile alike. You hear me? So I just want to say I love you guys. Shalom. And we'll see you guys soon. Peace out. Actually, hold on. Give you guys a finale real quick. Let's play that song again. Okay? Let's play that again. It's a good song.
It's your brother Micaiah.
There we go.
Two Stick Music.
You already know.
Let's march. I'll be marching to Zion, Zion. I'm finna roar like a lion. I'll be marching to Zion, Zion. I'm finna roar like a lion. I'll be marching to Zion. I'll be roar like a lion. Order of Melchizedek, cheddar, top of Judah, the king. Levi the free, Messiah is in here, it's a trouble thing. So let's roll out, no transformers, but come to Messiah. He can transform me from an old man to a new man. Let's rise from the east side, west side, north side, south side. white chest, keep it holy when we ride. To the light, to the testimony, yeah, we shine bright. Yeah, we meditate on his laws. Day and night, cast the demons out, yeah, we fight. Lean with a rock, with the arms up, now you ain't fight. Man, I gotta get out here by the fire. I'll be marching to Zion, Zion. I'm finna roar like a lion, lion. I'll be marching to Zion, Zion. I'm finna roar like a lion, lion. I'll be marching to Zion. I'll be roaring like a lion. First Chronicles 12:8, and the guy died, tap faces like lions. Run up on the mountain, so big for us and known as them giants. Yeah, we mortals, yeah, we gorgeous, yeah, we handsome. Made it through the Thanksgiving, don't have nothing. On the mirror silver of the land, that's the table that we're looking for. No more killing, no more suffering, no more pain. Rise up and walk, don't forget to dance like David. Build it up, like the shop of Issachar. Lay the foundation, lay a brick, yeah, we start with the temple inside. Crown the line, yeah, we Israelites, kingdom money is inside. When we build together, let's build it right. Kingdom money is inside. When we build together, let's build it right. I'll be marching to Zion, Zion. I'm finna roar like a lion, lion. I'll be marching to Zion, Zion. I'm finna roar like a lion, lion. I'll be marching to Zion. I'll be roaring like a lion. Woo! Hey, what's good? Shout out to the tribes. Rise up, Kwame Yasharala. You understand me? Hey, I'm putting this out there so that we can all endure it again. Stay faithful, and we got next. You understand me? Let's do this. I believe in you.
Ooh. Okay, hold on, family. What are y'all doing right now? Y'all at a table right now because you think that you're being thankful right now, right? So I want to personally invite you to a greater table right now. You understand me? I want to invite you to a greater table right now, right? This table that we're about to invite you to right now, okay, is right here, okay? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. Marriage supper of the Lamb, baby. Where we at? Revelation 19. Okay. Revelation 19. This is the last scripture we're gonna give you guys, and y'all can be on your way. Okay. This is what I want to invite you guys to right now. Revelation 19. Okay, 7 through 9, and it reads, all right, this is it right here. Let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife has made herself ready. To her was granted that she should be a straight and fine linen, clean and white. For the fine linen is righteousness of saints. And he said unto me, right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb, and said unto me, these are the true sayings of God. Okay, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see, thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Jesus. Worship God, for the testimony of Jesus is a spirit of prophecy, baby. Hey, I invite you to come to a greater table where there's no more pain, there's no more tears, there's no more sorrow, there's no more mourning, there's no more trauma, there's no more backbiting, there's no more this and that and drama and all that and your baby mama and all that crap, okay? I'm telling you right now, come to the marriage supper of the Lamb. That is the greater table that you want to come to. You understand me? Shalom. Have a blessed night.